You are watching William Patterson University Television.
Welcome back to the desk. Both basketball teams had their heads in the game this past week. And Joe, Steven, Danny, and Jesse are here to give us the rundown. Let's start with the men's team, fellas. Held off Scranton on Saturday. Joe, what stood out to you in that game?
Well, Dante, a lot stood out to me from this game. If we look at the stats here, William Patterson against Scranton, we got off to a nice little lead there. It ended up being 75-69, a little closer than we would have liked it. It really was Nazir Fields that stood out to me. His double-double was definitely something I looked at.
Yeah, and going off Nazir Fields, Pioneers had 32 points in the paint. And that's only going to relieve pressure off your shooters, Sean Smith, Dom Mignon, Anthony Uribe. It kind of just lets Nazir Fields and Henry Voorhees, Malcolm McLeod, those kind of guys, get in and do the nitty-gritty, get the rebounds, kick out for more opportunities. It was a really good game. 69 points I want to see cleaned up. The defense wasn't really there, but it's early in the season.
Danny, what are you looking at?
Well, for me, I have two takeaways. The three-point shooting was fantastic. The men's Pioneers went 10 for 23 from beyond the arc. And as an accounting minor, I can definitely say that's a great shooting clip. And the bench points were fantastic, too, outscoring Scranton 21-2.
Like it, but
I mean, it's everything everybody said, but Steve said the defense wasn't really there. I have to disagree.
Really?
I think the paint defense, they forced them to take bad shots. Whenever you can force a team to shoot under 40%, they really made them take those mid-ranges that a lot of people don't want to take. So I'm really looking forward to how the defense grows throughout the season.
It's early, very early.
Yeah, we could agree a win's a win, and we're just happy to see the Pioneers
done.
get the W. Right now they sit 3-1 on the season. Jesse, who's been your takeaways like the leader for the team?
I mean, as far as I can see, it's got to be Dominic Mignon. The stats are there, you know, with 6 points, 4.5 rebounds, and 4.8 assists. But he really is the emotional leader of the team. He really takes the team and moves them with him. His chemistry with Sean Smith is going to be really what the foundation of this team is throughout the whole year.
Danny, who are you highlighting?
For me, the unsung hero of this team has to be Anthony Uribe. Let's take a look at the stats here. Not the most flashiest numbers, but the stat I want to highlight is this 4.8 assists per game. He's like the quarterback of the team, putting players where they need to be and allowing players like Sean Smith and Dom Mignon to succeed.
Steve?
All right, so I'm going to go with Nazir Fields here. Whenever you see this guy walk around campus, he's bigger than everybody. And I don't know how you guard him. Take a look at his numbers here. 32 minutes a game, he plays a lot. 9 points, 6 rebounds. He's shooting 72%. It shows how consistent of a player he is in the paint. Great physicality, which I love. The rebounding, he's always in there fighting for a board. And again, the physicality for me is just the biggest thing.
If Fields can avoid getting those personal fouls that he got a lot last year, he should be the starting center, and he really should lead the team going forward in that paint. It's really always just been he gets a lot of personal fouls because he plays with that physicality early.
Big physicality.
Joe, round us out.
I got to go with the guy who has the ability to carry the team at any moment. Sean Smith has been an absolute revelation this year. If you look at his numbers, I mean, he's getting a lot of minutes too, 32.5 per game, and he's shooting at an amazing clip, almost 40%. The 17 points a game is unbelievable. He had a 23-point game against Sarah Lawrence, knocked down 5 threes against Scranton, and he's been rebounding better than he ever has been in his entire career. I mean, he's on pace to just shatter his personal record. So.
Yeah.
On the flip side, the women's team off to a little bit of a rough start. Steve, what would you like to see them improve on to get back to the winning ways?
2 words, free throws. The one thing I love about free throws is they're free.
Yeah.
You know, they're free. They're shooting 68% in the year. They're 45 of 66. That's 21 points. Those 21 points, even in any game, say you miss 6 to 7 a game, those are points you could win. You could use to win. If you lose by 5 and miss 7 free throws, you would have won. I want to see them clean that up. Free throws are tough for every team. Every team struggles with them. But I think the Pioneers, this was a problem for them last year. They got to clean it up.
Danny?
I also have 2 more words, and that is more assists. Honestly, the women's Pioneers team has been pretty stagnant, and a stat that I found pretty interesting is that in each of the times they have lost, there's been less assists each game. So the ball has been sticking, and it's not been working.
Jesse?
I mean, I feel like Coach Monahan has to agree with me here, and that's lowering the turnovers.
Yeah.
The easiest way to get a game out of control and to really lose it is to continuously turn the ball over. This should be a well-coached team with the way Monahan runs it, but it's a very young team, and they're going to have to grow with the season. So expect the lower turnovers to come down as the year goes on, and that should translate to more wins.
Joe?
I got to go with the shooting. It's what makes the men's team so successful. And if you look at the leaderboards for the NJAC, I mean, we're right there, top 5, top 4 in all these categories except for shooting and shooting percentage. I mean, from beyond the arc, it's been even worse, about 20%. And everyone off the bench just needs to come in and they need to shoot better.
Now the women's team will get a chance at redemption. Montclair State comes to town on Tuesday. Danny, what can we expect from that game?
Well, let's take a look at the numbers here. Hopefully, for me, I want to see that stagnant offense improve. I don't want to see like the ball sticking. Let's take a look at the numbers. As obviously, shooting percentage, like Joe said, has to improve. And if they could get a couple of baskets early inside and then make it easier for the shooters to shoot threes, then everything will open up.
Jesse?
I mean, Montclair, we look at that, the opponent points per game, 64.3, compared to William Patterson only scoring 49. This is when the offense really can come into their own, really explore what they want to do, whether it's shooting better, pick and roll. They really need to find an offensive identity quick, and this is the perfect team to find it up against.
Fellas, us three will be on the call for that game. Joe, what are you going to look for?
Oh, Montclair and us, I think that we're very evenly matched, especially defensively and our ability for assists. The biggest difference is at the free throw line, as Steve mentioned before. I think if we just limit the turnovers, limit the fouls, keep them off the line, we'll have a good chance at winning this one.
Steve?
I love what you said, Jesse, with the offensive creativity. And what you're going to need to do that is two things, the ball and the lead. That's where defense is going to play a huge part. Montclair State, 61 points per game, not incredible. Pioneers, they got to play tight defense and give the ball to the playmakers.
And as I said, us three will be on the call 6 o'clock on Tuesday, WP hosting Montclair State. Good luck to them and good luck to all our Pioneers over the coming week. We'll head outside and tackle some football with the NFL crew right after this. Keep it locked.